Hello bandits. Thanks to the folks at Kepler Interactive and Awaceb, we've been spending some time with their laid-back New Caledonian action-adventure, Tchia. In Tchia, you'll take our eponymous hero on a journey to discover the local islands and rescue your father from the cruel tyrant Miavora. This is an incredibly open title, leaving you free to explore the local areas and take life at your own pace as you move through the story. You'll face off against Miavora's fabric soldiers, using the local flora and fauna to your advantage. Tchia's soul jump ability lets you inhabit local wildlife and objects along your way, and using these you'll defeat Miavora's henchmen, solve puzzles and complete challenges. Tchia's ukulele not only gives you powers which you'll unlock over time, but you can use this little instrument to jam out at any time using a fairly intuitive music system which works surprisingly well. With a lot of customization options for Tchia and her boat and ukulele, it's easy to make this one your own as you discover a diverse range of characters which are inspired by New Caledonian culture. Tchia is rated by Peggy at 12 and by the ESRB at T for teen, mostly driven by violence and crude humour. The cartoon visuals and heartwarming story within Tchia will be good for little ones, as well as opening their eyes to new cultures. But you should bear in mind that there are some scenes with frightening components, and in addition there is some light combat, with Tchia facing off against Miavora's fabric henchmen as you progress through the story. While there's no blood in these fights, there is some in the title. While it is mostly played for laughs, there are some further oppressive story elements containing themes which may be distressing. While it's been rated as T for teen, we might dip down a little under that, but you should consider these themes before dipping down to much younger ages. Tchia has some brilliant inclusive moments, and New Caledonian inspiration is a great stepping stone to other cultures, but the title does include some pretty dark moments. And so overall we are rating this one from a parent's point of view as mostly harmless. In terms of accessibility, Tchia is getting a rating of low barrier. The team has quite obviously worked to make Tchia as accessible as possible. There are few ways to get into any serious trouble, and the laid-back nature of the title gives you a lot of breathing space. What's more, players even have the option to just skip challenges completely, moving on to the next story section if they wish to. In addition, while we have really enjoyed the musical elements, these can get quite tricky as you progress, and it's nice to have the option to just autoplay these and sit back and enjoy the show. The only thing here which should really be considered is reading ability. Tchia's subtitles have been translated into a number of different languages, however the spoken language will only move between Drehu and French, meaning you'll have to be able to read to keep up with stories and tasks. And with that stacked up, onto the rundown, our 5-point rating for Tchia. Gameplay 4. The gameplay in Tchia brings some really fun and unique elements. Using the soul jump feature to hop into animals and small objects can help in a number of ways, as well as being a really fun way of getting around the place. Progression is very well paced, and there are a good number of different activities to complete all around the islands. It is a very cozy feeling title, and one which is a little more suited to younger generations, but adults will find some joy here as well. Visuals 4. I'm not hugely enamoured with the art style for people, but overall the graphics for Tchia have been really well made, with relatively few errors or rough edges. In terms of environments, things are looking pretty great most of the time, and the camera is a great way of getting some pictures along your journey. Audio 5. The characters are really well voice acted, but the soundtrack is the real star of the show here. Tchia's musical score is beautifully crafted, as are all of the musical sections which you play with along the way. The soundtrack ebbs and flows along with you on your journey quite wonderfully, and in addition, the free jam mode using Tchia's ukulele is beautifully created. Narrative 5. I've really enjoyed Tchia's narrative adventure. This is a heartwarming tale of bravery, adventure, love, friendship and cooperation which you just don't see enough of. The inspirations taken from New Caledonian mythologies provide a tangible backbone which is present in nearly every activity and ability throughout the game. Replay 4. There is an awful lot to sink your teeth into here, with a really good number of side quests and activities. In addition, there are a huge number of customization options available for Tchia and her boat and ukulele. With no cosmetic store in sight and everything earned through finding chests and unlocks in-game, it is a real breath of fresh air. Overall, Pixel Bandits somewhere over the rainbow level for Tchia is a 9 out of 10. It is definitely suited more towards younger teens, but anybody looking for a cozy experience will get a lot out of this one. There is relatively little to hurt or panic you, and when you're facing enemies, the worst thing that happens is you're locked in an easily escapable cage. I've really fallen in love with Tchia's free jam ukulele mode and the song challenges throughout the title. With that said though, the option to autoplay and even skip game segments will be hugely valuable for anybody who's looking for a purely narrative adventure. There is some polishing which could be done here and there, but for a team of fewer than 10 people, Tchia is a remarkable achievement. This one delivers a cozy, heartwarming and fun experience, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for something a little more laid back. As ever, to provide our review and Common Sense Parents Guide, we received a free copy of Tchia from the folks at Kepler Interactive. And that's all we've got for you today. Check out the extended review at pixelbandits.org for more information on this one. If you found this helpful, a like, comment, share or follow might not cost you anything, but it really goes a long way to helping Pixel Bandits remain ad-free and independent. Either way, we hope to see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.